Hi, it's Ra, Rishi Kavi Raghudas from Star Presence Astrology, here to give the astrological forecast for Friday, April 3rd, 2026. It's a complicated day, astrologically speaking, beginning optimistically and ending rather intensely, which, of course, is appropriate for both Passover and Good Friday. The sun today is at 13, moving to 14 degrees of dynamic and impetuous, fire sign Aries, red for Aries. And the moon today shifts signs early in the day. It moves from love, beauty, and social justice-oriented air sign Libra into the deep, dark, and emotionally intense water sign of Scorpio, black for Scorpio. In fact, Mars rules both Aries and Scorpio, so it's a Martian kind of a day today. Mercury, the planet of communication, is in a lovely trine, flowing angle to Jupiter, planet of good fortune and expansion, from 15 degrees of Pisces to Jupiter 15 degrees of water sign Cancer early in the day, and that is really nice. That is a big picture. Let's think optimistically about our future kind of energy. 4:28 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time is when that's exact. 7:28 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time and 12:28 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. The moon moves into intense Scorpio at 5:11 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, 8:11 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, and 1:11 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. The moon then at 2 degrees of Scorpio makes an awkward 150-degree inconjunct angle to Neptune, the planet of dreams and visions, at 2 degrees of Aries. That's kind of, I don't know what to do with the day, and I'm not sure what I'm all about either kind of energy. 9:40 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time is when that's exact. 12:40 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time and 5:40 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. Then an unaspected Scorpio moon kind of free floats throughout the day for several hours, giving us kind of a moody, broody kind of a feeling until the late afternoon, early evening, when from 5 degrees of Scorpio, it opposes Venus, the planet of love and affection, at 5 degrees of Taurus. And then, because Venus and Pluto are just about to square each other precisely just a few minutes later, it makes a hard square to Pluto, which is also pretty darn intense. And well, who knows what can happen under that sort of energy. It's kind of manipulative and power issuing. So be a little careful at this time. Moon at 5 degrees of Scorpio, square Pluto at 5 degrees of Aquarius, 3:27 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, 6:27 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, and 11:27 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. The moon opposes Venus and squares Pluto within a minute of each other right then. And then, less than 15 minutes later, Venus does indeed square Pluto. Now, I have that myself in my natal chart, and that is, it's highly sexed, but it's also pretty emotionally intense. So it's like, if something's going to happen today, it's going to happen in a deep way. 3:38 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time is when that's exact. 6:38 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time and 11:38 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. Venus squares Pluto from 5 Scorpio to Pluto at 5 Aquarius. Then in the evening, the moon makes another awkward inconjunct from 5 degrees of Scorpio to Saturn, the planet of discipline and structure, 5 degrees of Aries, 4:44 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, 7:44 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, 12:44 a.m. Greenwich Mean Time. This is another one of those, I'm not quite sure what to do with the day or my time or what kind of structure I want to build for the rest of the evening kind of energy. So, in other words, stay centered today because it might be a very confusing day and pretty emotionally intense too. So, easy does it. Moon in Scorpio, of course, is appropriate for both Passover and Good Friday because, hey, it's the sign associated with physical death, but also with resurrection. So a very appropriate energy for the weekend. I'm Ra, Rishi Kavi Raghudas from Star Presence Astrology. If you'd like to have a personal reading with me and see what's up, you can book it on my website, starpresence.net. Remember, from the very moment that you're born, you've got star presence. Enjoy today, no matter what.